Hi there, this is Jessica at Hackers Reviews, and this is my vlog review of the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. As you can see, I've kind of fashioned myself to be in the appropriate attire for this review. I've got my hair in some pigtails, and I've got a gray tie. It's not all the way gray, but it's close enough. I couldn't dress appropriately the entire attire that is normally wanted in this book, because I have some young audiences, and I just can't do that, so... Anyways, the trilogy is about Anastasia Steele and Christian Grey, and it's on the premise that a college student that is just a normal girl named Anna falls in love with this billionaire Christian Grey. Now, Christian Grey is a hottie. He is this huge bulking man that just excretes sexual prowess on him, and he's just this glorious man that is just every woman's fantasy. And Anna is quite taken by him, and he's quite taken with her in the beginning. Once they start to get to know each other, he kind of talks about kinky tastes. And by kinky,
it is an erotic novel, so I don't recommend anybody under the age of 18 to read this book, unless accompanied by an adult. Um, I really did like the story premise behind it. The billionaire falling in love with a normal girl is like every girl's fantasy. Every girl wants to be swept off her feet and taken care of for the rest of her life and just have no worries in the world and just living life the way they plan, the way they want. It's a great story, and I like the idea of it. This book, however, has so much monotony and so much repetitiveness and so much, let's just face it, a lot of sex. Okay. Yes, I understand. It is an erotica novel, so there will be sex in there more than the norm. But when I'm talking about, like, there's a lot of sex, I mean, there's a lot of it in there. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for sex. Yay for sex, right? But, this is just, I find it pretty, overwhelming, to say the least. I mean, a few sex scenes here and there is okay, that's great. Not every book needs to have that sex in there. You can just have that tension and let your imagination kind of run wild. You know what I mean? But this one, it's almost every page, like every single time you turned, it was a different way he was doing it, or everything was in excruciating detail. I found myself skimming a lot of stuff, and I personally don't like to skim because I like to read the entire book and get a better perspective, but I found myself skimming a lot of this book. The other thing that I didn't really like about this whole series was the repetitiveness that the author had. Now, when I say repetitiveness, I'm talking about Anna's vocabulary. I mean, as far as Anna in the book, she is a college student and she does have a smart brain. She is smart. But when it comes to talking to Christian and the things in her mind, it's, oh my, holy jeez, holy F. I mean, there were just only a couple of those phrases, and I just rolled my eyes at every single one almost. And it was just kind of, one word, variety. A dictionary, a thesaurus, look it up, try and differentiate a little bit, try to use some of that new vocabulary. I mean, it just got really monotonous to me after a while, and it just took a lot. The other thing that I didn't really, kind of got on my nerves, was the inner goddess and the inner conscious. It kind of seemed like Anastasia had like multiple personality syndrome, because she has this goddess who is depicted as this slutty whore that wears red lipstick all the time and dances in the nude and just gets all excited with Christian's tendencies. And then the conscience, the subconscious or whatever, is like this old lady with gray hair with knitting needles looking her glasses down at you all the time. That got tiring. But I mean, the one, it was, it was, it was a little bit much, a little too much on that stuff. The one thing that I insistently had a huge problem with was during the whole trilogy. I understand, now don't get me wrong, I understand that a man's need to protect his woman, to take care of her, to baby her, to comfort her, and everything is an instinct need in every man. But when the more you read about Christian and Anna's like relationship, he took it to the like extreme level of protection. Like she didn't want to do anything without worrying about him getting mad, or he got mad over the stupidest things, and he wouldn't let her ride a jet ski for goodness sakes. I mean, it was just that much, and then she just took it. And to have that kind of controversy and have people celebrate it when you have other books that have that kind of controversy where it wasn't even that extreme, it just kind of irks me just a little bit, just a little bit. But that was actually honestly my biggest downfall for this book. Is just that kind of like submission. I know Christian's tendencies were more dominant, and he liked to be dominant and have submissives. That's what the whole premise in this book, that's one of the whole things in this book. But I understand in the bedroom it's a different kind of way, but in reality, I mean, in real life, I just have a problem with women that kind of cower under that. It's a thing in my mind. I don't like it. I am all for like the strong female that knows how to kick ass and take names and don't take any crap. That is my favorite character ever. It just shows the strength and the passion that a woman can have, and the woman does have. And when it's all smashed under the thumb of a man that just pushes it and pushes it and pushes it, it's frustrating to me. Now, don't get me wrong, like, overall, I like the trilogy. It was very addictive. Even though I had these problems with these books, I still could not stop reading them. I don't know what it was. I had to know. I had to keep rooting for Anna to grow a pair and, say no, which, I mean, she kind of did, but she didn't in a way. But I kept reading and I kept wanting, and it was really addictive. I mean, overall, I liked the whole trilogy. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't love it. I just liked it. And that's my take on it. I do have to say, my favorite parts of the entire series were when they emailed each other. When they emailed each other, it was quick, it was witty, it was so cute, they were joking, they had great interaction, it was great. Until Christian got mad and ruined the whole mood, which was pretty often. But that was like the highlight of the books for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, Christian had really good lines in there sometimes, to where he would really say what he was thinking and feeling, which was cool. But it just didn't weigh out the bad tendencies to me. The worst part of the book was there was a couple in each one, but if you've read the book and I tell you it was the trip to visit her mom in the hotel, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was gross. That should never have happened at all. I'm totally serious. So anyways, I don't want to keep rambling on. This is my review vlog, my first review vlog. I hope to do more because this is so much easier than thinking of things to type, because it's just like I'm talking to you people. But this is my vlog review of the 50 Shades of Grey series. Like I said, this is an erotica novel. So anybody under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult when opening this book. Thank you.